Have you ever wondered what happens on a single financial transaction? You are being monitored, charged a lot for it, audited to meet certain criteria. Agencies know when, where, how much, from who, to who. It's slow. Meet VERGE, a cryptocurrency of total privacy and anonymity. Fees are literally pennies. Instant transactions, worldwide, secure and decentralized. VERGE gives you total financial control, no middleman, no banks, no institutions. Currencies have evolved. VERGE is the beginning of a new era. Stay ahead and create your own future. Are you ready to join the digital revolution? Visit vergecurrency.com/get started.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Chris, and I am going to be hosting tonight. Can't wait to get this one on. It's the Upstate Racing League LateModel Pro Series, fueled by VERGE. And tonight we've got all kinds of racing action for you. We've got heats, 8 cars per heat. Well, then we may have the B feature and then the A main. So a lot of racing to kind of get through and get to. Right now, drivers are in the middle of a drivers meeting. Al Smith telling him what he's expecting him out of the drivers here tonight. This is kind of a warm-up practice, trying to get to know you type of thing, getting ready for this fall when KR takes the helm here on turn 3 and we get ready to go live for the full season for the Upstate Racing League. Again, it is my pleasure to be here tonight. Thank you very much for joining us here on Turn 3 Racing Network. And hey, we've got some really good action going tonight. We're at South Boston Speedway. It's about a 0.4 of a mile track. Track temperature right now about 82 degrees, air temperature 79. The track is a little warm. It has started to cool off since these drivers have been on pit road during the drivers meeting, and we're going to be looking probably for the temperatures to go back up. As that happens, of course, the cars may loosen up. These cars very fast around this track. We're looking at a fast lap time of a 14.4, and they are very bunched up towards the front of this field. All the way through, it looks like we have about 29 drivers in the server so far, so a lot of participants getting ready to do battle on track. Again, we're going to have heat racing, 8 different cars per heat race, top 5 advancing. That'll set up a B. I believe we're going to have to do a B with this number and then go on to the A feature. It's Thursday night. We're getting ready to go here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We will be right back.
To the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Ray Alfala into the outside wall.
He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Clapton is gonna touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Trunkgate goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
There's contact though. Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the Paravolca. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the Paravolca. That's beautifully done there. Makashube, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we are back live here at South Boston, getting ready to go at the Upstate Racing League. These guys put on a heck of a good show, and we have seen them go many, many times. A lot of drivers from different leagues joining together here tonight, trying to get it straight and kind of maybe remember how to drive this car. Some of these guys have had some weeks off. I'm looking at Matthew Spinks, RFC driver, and he is joining the league, getting ready to go here at Upstate Racing. These late models, such a fun car to watch as they blister around this track. Again, only 0.4 of a mile long, a little less than actually, but very short track racing, so brake points, very important. You'll see the rotors glowing, especially in the front when they get into the brakes, and you're seeing it right now out of the 35. Cherry orange rotors out of the Matthew Spinks machine. A lot of very familiar names out there. Upstate Racing and Racing for a Cause. These guys really get along well, and there's a lot of back and forth between the two. Guillaume Fortin out there in the number 13. Good looking G Fuel car. And he is just gonna warm up those tires a little bit before we get into the heat racing to qualify here tonight. Brian Rogers, another very familiar name. That 12 Mountain Dew looking good out there for Brian Rogers. Top guy on the speed chart right now, Kyle Eli. In fact, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the running order so far. Eli up front, a solid 14.402. And then you've got Steph Marinac, Justin Rigsby, Brian Hacker, and Justin McDuff, your top 5 on the speed charts. Of course, those are practice times, and sometimes that means something, sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna have to find that out together tonight. Would like to thank everybody for tuning in here on Turn 3 Racing Network. A couple of things going on here tonight. You got me here. Normally KR Stolfus would be the voice of the Upstate Racing League. However, KR's got a previous engagement with a different league, and so he's taking care of them, and I decided I would love to come watch some late model racing. You know, we have a local track here. They were rained out tonight, and I'm looking for him. I don't even see his, because he's running a different number that I'm used to seeing him in, so that doesn't help. But Andy Lambert is driving in the 25, and Lambert actually works on the pit crew of one of the late model guys here in, or at our local track. Pretty cool. Of course, there's some drivers I haven't seen in a long time. We're gonna have to let their paints load in. And haven't been able to look at them so far, but there's the 00 Timothy Hale. Josh Mayu still out on pit road, so his paint will not load. Hopefully these guys get out there pretty quick. Zachary Smith in the 14. Jeremy Carpenter getting set to join the track in his number 1. And yeah, he is. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool paint right there. A little tribute to Back to the Future. But still some drivers that haven't joined the party yet out on track. But a couple who have. Wayne McDuff, Charles Hayes in the 4. Al Smith Jr. Al Smith is the admin here at Upstate Racing. And some of these guys haven't hit the track quite yet, so their paint's not loaded in. They will load in as soon as they take a lap or two around the track, so hopefully they all get out there and do that for me. practice starting to wind down. About a minute left of practice, and then we're going to get these heat races going. Again, 8 cars will make up each heat race. Ooh, 51 with a little bit of a blink there. That's Granger Para. Peak 51. Scott Austin in the Austin Designs number 9. Matthew McLean in the 88. And he is being followed by the 44. That's Ray Riker. It's like Riker and I may have a common interest with his Traxxas number 44. Dylan Canova parks inside of another car. It's his pit stall. Brian Hacker is the white car underneath it that hasn't loaded in yet. Hacker has gotten as far as the end of pit road. He's still out there. And it looks like practice just about done. Checkered flag is waving over the stadium, and just like that, it becomes nighttime. And we get ready to go. Heat number 1 gonna be made up of Dylan Canova in his number 70, Kyle Eli in his number 07, James McIntyre in the 81 third spot, Justin Rigsby in the 99 in 4th, Brian Jones picking up 5th spot in his number 9 with Nicholas McGinty in the 29 in 6th. Steph Marinak in the number 2, going to be starting in 7th. And shotgun on the field is Matthew McLean. As we get set to go, pace car lights are off. It should be dropping onto pit road, and we're going to get this thing going really quick. Dylan Canova in the 70, going to be your race leader as the green flag falls. Kyle Eli, a fast man in practice, looking to kind of continue that hot streak here. He had the field covered by about 0.2 of a second during practice, but nighttime has fallen here in South Boston, and things will change. We'll see if that outside line, you're going to be able to hang on to that inside line. Dylan Canova hoping it doesn't. Green flag is out. We are live racing here tonight. Thank you, Upstate Racing League. Kyle Eli taking over the lead in his 07. He's starting to stretch it out already. The 70 car trying to get back to the back bumper. The battle right now for 3rd. Justin Rigsby has it. He's hanging on the outside. James McIntyre may be looking to try and catch him up. The 29 of Nicholas McGinty hanging on to 5th with Matthew McLean in 6th in his 88. Starting shotgun, really picking it up early here in heat number 1. Eli in the 07 is eluding this one and starting to pull away. Gap 0.4 of a second right now. The 70, Dylan Canova started on the pole. Lost that on the first lap, but has managed to hold on to second. Justin Rigsby running in third. The 81 of James McIntyre holding on to fourth. May have a challenge from Nicholas McGinty as the 29 really starting to pour it on. Oh, gets a little wiggle out of the 29, able to keep it under control. Justin Rigsby starting to catch the back bumper of the 70 now. Battle maybe starting for second spot. Rigsby hard on the brakes. You see the rotors blowing. The 99 had a run, wasn't able to get it done. Here comes James McIntyre trying to catch the back bumper of Rigsby. Nice looking cars out here tonight. All kinds of different cars. We're looking at a Mustang, a Dodge, Chevy, of course, out there. The 2, Steph Marinak trying to get it done on the outside. Steph Marinak makes a pass on the outside. His 2 now up to 5th spot. 29 getting loose. Oh, boy. Thought he was going around, able to hold on. But Nicholas McGinty, I don't know how he did it. He saved that car. Does have some damage to the right front, but that's not going to be a problem here. As Kyle Eli won the first heat, and we get ready for heat number 2. Heat racing happens so quick. Heat number 2. It's going to feature the number 13, Gilliam Fortin. On his outside, the 35, Matthew Spinks. Inside, second row, going to be Wayne McDuff. Jake Watson going to be starting outside second row. Matt Roll, Matt in the 90 car, going to be starting in 5th with Scott Austin starting in 6th place outside third row. Granger Para in the 51, going to be starting in 7th spot. Brian Rogers has shotgun on the field. Heat number 2 just about ready to get going. Get him 410 in his 13. Going to see if he can hold on to the pole. We saw the outside pole sitter in the first heat, able to walk away with it. Will Matthew Spinks be able to do the same? Gonna find out right now, waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out. Gil 410 with good start. And Matthew Spinks trying to fight on the outside. The 88 trying to do battle. The 88 holding on. Oh, Matthew Spinks going around. Gets in the Gilliam Fortin, and we're going to go under yellow. We're going to have to take a look and see exactly what happened there. Definitely had Spinks involved. Let's find out. Fortin was on the inside. I think they just run out of room as they were running side by side. That Fortin was moving up just a little bit and ran out of room. Matthew Spinks was there, and around he goes. No major damage. Spinks going to be able to continue on. Under yellow on the second heat. This is the first yellow flag of the night. Nine laps to go. But it looks like a couple of guys have some number issues. We're going to address that here. The number 9 on your screen is being scored as the 27 of Scott Austin. The 88 on your screen, current leader, being scored as the 31 of Jake Watson. These guys have custom numbers and did not have the correct number coming into server. That's why that's happening. Looks like everybody else here is okay. The 2 drivers, I'll call them as I see them on the track, but it's going to be different in the scoring. We'll have to work together on that one. Cars are lining up 2 by 2, getting set to go back under the green flag. Heat number 2 rolls on. Pace car drops down onto pit road. The 88 and the 413 get it going. Green flag racing once again. Jake Watson with a great restart. Able to hold on to the lead and clear. The 413 of Wayne McDuff gets into the wall and causes a huge stack up here. Yellow flag is out. Lots of troubled cars. Lots of beat up cars. Heat 2 not going quite as smooth as Heat 1 did. We'll go back and take a look. And we're watching the 413 of Wayne McDuff. He gets into the wall a little bit. The 9 collects him and everybody else behind him. 4-car pile up. Heavy damage to the nose of the 413, Wayne McDuff, as we are under caution once again. Heat number 2. So Jake Watson is your race leader. Granger Para and the 51 going to take over second. Matthew Spinks back up to third. Matthew Spinks the only other driver to lead a lap in this heat. A little bit of right front damage that happened previous to this caution flag. Scott Austin, he was torn up during this caution and the right front heavily damaged on that Ford Mustang GT. Matt Roll also has some front end damage. Brian Rogers, a little bit of damage there for the number 12. Wayne McDuff, we saw him get in the wall. That's what kind of sparked the whole thing. Tore up 413 and Gillum 410, unfortunately, on pit road, will not be able to finish this one. We'll get a new car for the feature, but Gillum has some work to do. So 2 laps to go. Going to go back under the green flag. Heat number 2. Jake Watson was able to fend them off on the last restart. We'll see if he can do that one more time. Pace car on pit road, waiting, ready for the green flag. Green flag's out, and the 51 blinks as soon as it's out. He's back out on track, but heart stopper there for a moment. As nobody behind him could see, Jake Watson takes off. Final lap, Jake Watson looking to try and win heat number 2 and his number 88, crossing the start-finish line as the heat winner is Jake Watson. Granger Para and Matthew Spinks rounding out the top 3, and we cruise right into heat number 3 as soon as these drivers are able to start their cars and get them out on track. Heat number 3 going to be made of the number 1, Jeremy Carpenter on the pole. To his outside, it's Justin McDuff in the Arts Barbershop number 20. Eric Spencer in the 73 taking in 3rd. Andy Lambert in the 25 in 4th. Alan Childs slated for 5th, but he's not out on track. Charles Hayes in the 4. 6th, Josh Mayu in the 02 starting 7th, and Timothy Hale pulls shotgun. Heat 3 getting ready to go. Alan Childs did not report. Alan Childs will not make it. Jeremy Carpenter looking to try and win this one from the pole. It'd be the first time, if he's able to do it, that somebody's able to win from the pole. Outside line seems to have a pretty good amount of grip right now as the pace car drops down, getting ready to go to the green. Green flag is out. Loud buttons are pushed and everybody's moving, and look at the start that Justin McDuff had in the 20. McDuff trying to hold on to the lead from the outside. Heading down the front stretch, McDuff extends the lead. We have a new race leader. It's Justin McDuff. The 1 car, Jeremy Carpenter, trying to hold on, but the 25 of Andy Lambert looks to go to the inside. Andy Lambert trying for the inside. The 1 car, Jeremy Carpenter feeling on the attack. Battle for second spot. Behind them, the 73, Eric Spencer, holding on to 4th. He's got the 02 of Josh Mayu right behind him. Timothy Hale has picked up 1 position. Charles Hayes back to 7th. Justin McDuff able to take the lead over and lead all 3 laps so far. Jeremy Carpenter couldn't hold on to him, and Carpenter now under attack by Andy Lambert in the 25. Lambert down on the inside trying to hold that bottom line. Can't quite make the move to the inside where he'd like to be. Andy Lambert running a very different line here. Way down low. Battle for 4th, Eric Spencer, Josh Mayu to the inside, the 0-2 looking to push himself forward, and he does it. Here comes Tim Hale, and Timothy Hale now to the inside, 73 of Eric Spencer stuck on the outside. Spencer can't quite get there to close the door, and Timothy Hale gonna make him pay. Hale up to 5th. Justin McDuff in the 20. Your race leader is a 1.5 second lead over Jeremy Carpenter. Carpenter still has the attack from the 25. Andy Lambert really trying to get that inside line working. Andy Lambert on the inside, not able to make it happen. The 1 car running a particular line that seems to almost be blocking the 25. The 25 falls in line back down to the inside now. The 02, Josh Mayu watching. Jeremy Carpenter running a good line. It is defending his position because it's really stopping Andy from being able to come off the corner and float his way to the top. That scrubbing speed for the 25, maybe scrubbing those tires. We're on the final lap for Justin McDuff, and McDuff easily wins this one over 2 seconds over Jeremy Carpenter, and Andy Lambert not going to get there. So it's going to be McDuff, Carpenter, and Lambert, Josh Mayu, Timothy Hale, and Hayes as we get ready for heat number 4. Heat racing goes so fast. I love it. It's exciting. Cars are waiting for the driver that's supposed to be on the pole. We'll see if he's able to get there or not. And he is. You don't see it yet, but he is the number 30. That's Blake Neer on his outside. Ray Riker in the 44. Inside, second row, the 91 of Richard French. The 96, Al Smith Jr. starting outside, second row. Brian Hacker going to be in the number 11 car. Going to start 5th here tonight. And Zachary Smith in the 14, starting in 6th. Mike Holtzclaw picking up shotgun position in 7th spot. These guys with their paints that haven't loaded, I may have to reset them, and everybody's going to go white because I'm going to do it. Try and get them in. Paint should pop here, but we're going to know the inside front row. That is Blake Neer, number 30. Pace car is in. We're waiting for the green flag. Green flag out. Loud pedals get pushed, and we are underway. Blake Neer in the 30, trying to hold tight to first place. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it. We've seen it all night so far in these heat races. The outside line with an advantage, but Blake Neer taking advantage of it. Blake Neer able to hold on for first. Ray Riker going to be on the outside, and here comes Richard French. Excuse me, Al Smith. Al Smith putting the challenge on in the 96. Some of these guys, their paints are not letting in. I'm not sure why. We're going to look to correct that as this one goes on. Blake Neer, though, is in the number 30. All-white car tonight so far. And he is holding station. He's got a 0.5 of a second lead over that man right there, the 44, Ray Riker. Al Smith Jr. giving chase. Smith running in third. He's got Brian Hacker in the 11, another all-white car, waiting for those paints to load in. They just refuse right now to do it. Richard French running in fifth spot. Mike Holtzclaw up one position, but sixth. And Zachary Smith on pit road. Damage to the front end of that number 14. Blake Neer up front, 0.8 of a gap now. 0.8 of a second gap now over Ray Riker. Al Smith right now being scored third spot. He's got Brian Hacker behind him. Hacker going down to the inside, trying to find a run on the 96. Good tight battle here for second, third, and fourth. As they try and settle it out, Brian Hacker may have a good run here to the inside. Hacker not able to hold on to it, gets a little squirrely and loses some time on track. That gives Al Smith a chance to move down just a little bit, defend that position a little bit better. Up high again goes the 96 though. Blake Neer up front, his number 30 has a 1.6 second lead over Ray Riker. Riker being followed by Al Smith Jr. and Brian Hacker. There's a little bit of a gap to the second group here. That's Richard French holding on to fifth. Mike Holtzclaw, sixth spot. Zachary Smith, we know, is off track. And Blake Neer takes the checkered. And he had a 1.7 second lead when he did over Ray Riker and Al Smith Jr. That is the end of heat number 4. And that is the end of heats as we get ready for the B main. B main drivers. It's going to be Matthew McLean in the 88 on the pole, the 413 Wayne McDuff. Charles Hayes going to be starting third, Mike Holtzclaw fourth. Nicholas McGethy in his number 29 fifth. Gilliam Fortin going to be starting sixth place. Eric Spencer in the 73 going to be starting in seventh. Zachary Smith eighth, and Brian Jones in the 9 car going to be starting ninth. And it looks like Alan Childs not able to make the field one more time. Waiting for that pace car to drop off the track after he completes this circuit, goes down pit road, and we're going to fire off this B main. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Matthew McLean in the 88 as the The 413, Wayne McDuff holding on to second. The battle for third, fourth, fifth, sixth. As you've got the 4-car Charles Hayes battling it out with the 22. Mike Holtzclaw. Holtzclaw has him by nose behind them. It's the 13 and the 29. Fortin into the wall. The 29 takes advantage deep down on the inside, looking to try and take over position. The 29. Oh, the 13 into the wall again. Nicholas McGinty trying to hold on. Fortin gave him every opportunity. It's the third time now he hits the wall. The 29 stuck way down low and no speed there. Gil Fortin able to drive away Matthew McLean up front with Wayne McDuff in second. Mike Holtzclaw in the 22. Holds third position right now with Charles Hayes in in fourth. Gil Fortin may have straightened that 13 out because he's running the low side now, and he is starting to catch a back bumper of Charles Hayes in the 4. Laps to go in this B feature, and Matthew McLean holding on to the top spot. Charles Hayes being followed by the 13, Dylan Fortin, and Nicholas McGinty, and the 29. McGinty starting to motor that Mopar motor up towards the back bumper of 410. Brian Jones running in 7th spot in his number 9. Zachary Smith behind him in the 14. Zachary not able to complete his heat, and now running in 8th spot. Eric Spencer, Alan Childs out of this one. Childs never took the green. McLean up front in that 88, and his gap back to Wayne McDuff about 0.8 of a second. The 413 trying to find some speed. Mike Holtzclaw looming back in the 3rd position in his 22, and the battle still raging on behind. Charles Hayes in his 4 has 4th spot. Fortin and the 29 of McGinty battling it out. McGinty has him by a nose at the start-finish line. Fortin needs to figure out a way to make that bottom side work, as the 29 is taking position away. Last time it was by nose, that time by a car. And the 29 makes that pass, and it's completed. Now he looks to try and take over for Charles Hayes just in front, 12 laps to go. Make it 11 as your leader, Matthew McLean, goes by the start-finish line. 29 puts the bumper to the floor, hits the brakes, goes sideways a little bit. That allows 410 the opportunity to get back to the other side. Then McGinty hard into the wall. The left front tore up as that car was running a little loose for him. And he is falling way back now, 7th spot. Up front, it is Matthew McLean and the 88, your race leader, with 8 laps to go. Wayne McDuff, no answer, although it is starting to decrease. That is the gap between McLean and McDuff. It's still 0.6 of a second with 8 laps to go. Make it 7. Holtzclaw in the 22. Trying to do something in the last handful of laps here. The 22 needs to catch that back bumper of the 413 to try and take over second. But right now it is McLean in the 88, your race leader, and he has led all 19 laps so far. As he crosses the start-finish line to make it 20 led. 5 laps to go in this B main feature. And Matthew McLean looks to have this one under control, barring some freak accident. Wayne McDuff in second spot. Mike Holtzclaw holding on to third. Bill Fortin has taken over fourth spot. Fortin with a nice late race charge, maybe looking at the 22 to take over third spot. The 88, Matthew McLean, goes by the start-finish line to make it 2 laps to go here in the B main. McLean doing a fantastic job as he sees the white flag. Final lap of this B main. It's McLean, McDuff, and Holtzclaw. 1, 2, 3. And Matthew McLean wins the B main. Wayne McDuff second. And Holtzclaw holds on to third. Gilliam Fortin comes home in fourth spot. And we are under warm-up, guys. We're going to be right back. Got to take a quick break for our sponsor for tonight, Verge. Back live during the warm-up session. Every driver out there getting ready to go. This just in from race control. Top 5 out of the B main transferring on. So we know McLean, McDuff, Mike Holtzclaw, who finished in third. Gilliam Fortin, and I believe it was Charles Hayes who was also able to continue on. Still seeing a white paint or two, so we may need to yeah, we're going to have to reset the paints once again. We're going to step away to do that. We'll be right back. issues are being resolved right now. Blake Neer, we can see his. Blake Neer, a fast guy here during this warm-up practice, a 14.322. So the track has changed a little bit. Looks like the pace of the drivers is down just about 0.3 of a second from the initial practice here under the lights in South Boston. And Blake Neer also want to be one of those drivers that has a custom number. So the 30 on your scoring, going to be the 14 on your screen tonight. Trying to go through the field here on this testing session night. Make sure we have all the paints loading in. Some of these drivers haven't hit the field yet. Once they do, the paint should load in. If not, we'll have to do it all over again. Turn 3 Racing Network, going to be proud to bring you all of the action here. From the Upstate Racing League. And already seeing other issues, so the issues I'm seeing are on my end completely. It's showing the wrong race league for some reason. That should correct itself, I believe, when we go back under the green, so we're gonna wait for that. Tonight's race brought to you by VERGE. And I can't thank the 96 of Al Smith enough for inviting us out here tonight to kind of freshen up a little bit on these late models. It's been a little while since we've done short track racing, and I love short track racing the most, so I'm very happy to be out here. Mountaineer Motorsports Zone, Timothy Hale out there in the 00. So far, he's 11th quickest here in the warm-up session. Going to be a lot of action here in about 2 minutes as we're getting set to figure out what the grid's going to look like. We've definitely got our eyes on a couple of drivers, though. Very quick drivers, in fact. Still a couple of drivers' paint's not loading in. May have to reset them one more time. A couple of guys out there running their own paints, running their own custom paint numbers, and we come across Blake Neer, who will be scored as the number 30, but he is running the 14B. And Jake Watson, we talked about him earlier, he's showing as the 88. He is the number 31 on your score screen. We already have an 88, and that's Matthew McLean. McLean was able to win his heat. sorry, he won the B main, not the heat. Checkered flag falls as we get ready to get some racing done. "26 drivers slated to start this one. On the pole, it's going to be the 07, Kyle Ely on his outside. In the number 88, 31 on the score screen, it's going to be Jake Watson. Starting in third, it's going to be Justin McDuff in his number 20. Blake Neer going to be starting in fourth. Dylan Canova going to be starting his number 70 in fifth spot. Granger Parra going to be starting in sixth. Jeremy Carpenter going to be starting in seventh spot. Ray Riker rounds out row 4 in his 44 eighth. Justin Rigsby going to be starting 9th in his 99. Matthew Spinks going to be starting 10th in the 35. 11th spot belongs to Andy Lambert in his number 25. Al Smith Jr. to his outside in the 96. James McIntyre going to be starting 13th in his 81. Scott Austin 14th. Josh Mayu in the 02 going to be starting 15th. Brian Hacker 16th. Steph Marinak and Brian Rogers make up row number 9. Timothy Hale going to be starting this one from 19th position. Richard French 20th. Matthew McLean going to be starting 21st in his 88 with Wayne McDuff starting to the outside 22nd. Mike Holtzclaw, Gilliam Fortin rounding out row number 12. Charles Hayes, Zachary Smith, Nicholas McEnthy, Ryan Jones, Eric Spencer, Alan Childs rounds out the field. We're under the green. Night Shadow, we're absolutely going to take care of that. Unfortunately, this was a borrowed set of overlays, and changing that, it takes an act of Congress, to be honest with you. Up front, it is Jake Watson being scored as the 31. He is the 88 machine. He is launching himself towards the front. Again, this is the Upstate Racing League Late Model Pro Series, fueled by Verge. And we're proud to bring you all the action here on Turn 3 Racing Network. We've already got it started. Jake Watson up front in the 07. Kyle Eli trying to take it over. He's going down to the inside. Battle for the lead early on. Eli not able to get there. Has to fall back in line. He's got the 30 of Blake Neer. We call him 14B for short. Blake Neer in third spot as they launch down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. And in fourth spot, it's the 20. That's Justin McDuff with Justin Rigsby right behind him. Ray Riker running in sixth spot. Andy Lambert in his 25, holding position 7 with Scott Austin in the 9 right behind him. Brian Hacker in the 11 car holds position number 9. Al Smith Jr. in the top 10. Josh Mayu in the 02 holds position 11 with Timothy Hale up to 12th position. Matthew McLean in his 88 up to 13th position. Mike Holtzclaw in the 22 doing a fine job. He is running 14th right now. Gilliam Fortin, he is rounding out the top 15. Back up front, it is Jake Watson. It looks like we might have a battle brewing for second spot. Eli has it. Blake Neer maybe looking to try and take it over in his 14B. Justin McDuff in the number 20. Running in 4th spot right now with Justin Rigsby right behind him. The white car on the screen you saw, that is Steph Mernick. He's down 1 lap. He is battling to stay close to the lead and possibly try and get a lucky dog. The 44 having some issues. Ray Riker up high on the track, and that allows Andy Lambert and Scott Austin to take position. Brian Hacker, the all-white car. Brian Hacker having a good run, up to 8th position already. Trading Paint's obviously giving me a fit tonight. Al Smith Jr. in the top 10, running in 10th position. His Ford Mustang, powered by VERGE. Al Smith able to get under the 44. He takes away position from Ray Riker. Al Smith up to 9th position. The 02, that's Josh Mayhew. He's on the inside of the 44 of Riker. Riker having difficulties. Can't get to the bottom of the track, and he loses a position once again. The 02, Josh Mayhew cracks into the top 10. Riker going backwards. He's got Timothy Hale behind him. And Hale blinks out. Timothy Hale has a big blink and another one. Matthew McLean right behind Hale. And he is watching that driver disappear and come back. And Matthew McLean up to 13th, still pushing his car forward. Your leader, the 31 on your score screen, the 88 on your screen, Jake Watson. Watson has been able to lead all 19 laps so far that we've run here. Laps go by very quickly on this 4/10 of a mile track. South Boston putting on a good show here tonight for the Upstate Racing League LateModel Pro Series. These guys just tuning up. Can't wait until November so we can see these guys every single Thursday night with the voice of the Upstate Racing League, KR Stolfus, calling all the action tonight. It is just me, Chris, up in the booth, getting it done along with these drivers. And they are definitely getting it done. A lot of movement so far in the top 10. Al Smith Jr. running 9th right now. He has busted that barrier of 10th spot up in the 9th spot with his Ford Mustang GT. Josh Mayhew behind him. Then there's a little bit of a gap back to Ray Riker. Riker, we saw he was stuck on the outside. That car not handling to his liking. And Ray Riker maybe getting set to lose another position because behind him, here comes McLean. Matthew McLean in the 88. The Net Sense 88 trying to pay his way forward. To do that, he's got to get past the 44 of Ray Riker. Going back to 20th position, James McIntyre. And McIntyre is in the middle of a pack of 4. Wade McDuff leading that charge in the 413. Richard French in the 91 in 19th position. McIntyre running 20th in the 81, and Zachary Smith in the 14 is running 21st. You got 2 cars down, 1 lap. Charles Hayes, your first car, in the 4. 1 lap down. Steph Mernick in the 2 car, the all-white 2. Last car on the field. He is 1 lap down, running 23rd. Jake Watson having no issues getting around this track, starting to negotiate around some lap traffic. You see a 14 just ahead of the leader. That's Zachary Smith. So the guys we were just looking at, McDuff, McIntyre, French, and Smith, very close to being put down a lap early on in this one. As we're on lap 29, make it 30. As the leader really chomping through this field. Jake Watson doing a fabulous job. No contact, no issues for the 88. as he has launched himself to the front and not looking back. Led 30 laps so far, working lap 31. And Blake Neer trying to catch him. He was able to get around Kyle Eli to take over second spot. And Eli may have a mishandled car as here comes Justin McDuff in the 20. The Arts Barbershop out of Vermont trying to get past the 07 of Kyle Eli. Justin McDuff, perennial short track driver, trying to get into the top three. He's got to get around the 07 to do it. Through turns 1 and 2, side-by-side action for third spot. And Eli able to fend him off through 3 and 4, now down the front stretch. McDuff gets down to the inside again, cannot complete the pass there. He loses a lot of momentum to that inside, hoping that he comes off the corner a little bit better. McDuff not able to get there, settling for 4th spot right now. Behind him, 5th place runner Justin Rigsby. Rigsby has got Andy Lambert coming. Andy Lambert in the 25 is motoring that car around. And he is catching the back bumper of the 5th place runner of Justin Rigsby. The Molson Ice 3 Brothers Pizza and Grill. Looking pretty good out there in 6th spot. Scott Austin scored as the 27, but he is the 9 car. Big blink out of him. Scott Austin running in 7th spot. Brian Hacker behind him. The all-white car, no need to have a number for Brian Hacker. Hacker looking strong out there. He is running 8th spot. Al Smith holding 9th. Now we got to go back a little ways. Josh Mayhew is running in 10th spot, and Al Smith is starting to walk away from him a little bit. A gap between Smith and Mayhew is 1.1 seconds as caution is out on the field. And it looks like Ray Riker may have fallen prey to at least maybe the outside wall. We'll go back and take a look. We got Ray Riker in the 44, and he gets loose. The 88 gets into him a little bit and spins him around. Hard contact to the inside retaining wall. And McLean would like to have that one back again as the 88 got into the backside of the 44. Brings out the first caution under, and we're on lap 41 of 100. Looking to see if there'll be any takers down pit road. So far, no. The pace hot and heavy here so far. And it looks like under caution is when I'm having problems with the overlay. I'm sure that's going to go right back to the Verge as soon as we go back under green. Not sure why that's happening. Nobody coming down pit road for the first caution of the night. They all stay out. 42 laps, 43 now on the leader's tires. Steph Marinac being scored the first car, 1 lap down, should be the beneficiary of the lucky dog. This one's been pretty darn good so far. Jake Watson up front, showing as the 88 has led all 42, make it 43 laps as we begin lap 44 here under caution. Blake Neer right behind him in the 14B, running in 2nd spot. Kyle Eli is running in 3rd. Justin McDuff going to restart this one in 4th with Justin Rigsby behind him. Andy Lambert, Scott Austin, Brian Hacker, Al Smith, and Josh Mayhew rounding out the top 10. '11 through 15s, Timothy Hale, Mike Holtzclaw, Brian Rogers, Gilliam Fortin, and Dylan Canova. as the cars are starting to go side by side again. Good sign, means we're going to go under the green flag here very soon. Pace car lights are still on, and it looks like Jake Watson gonna opt to restart this one on the outside. That'll put Blake Neer in the 14 to the inside. Caution lights are off, pace car lights are off, pace car pulls down pit road, and we get set to do battle once again. Green flag is out. Jake Watson, who was the race leader, started this one on the outside. Blake Neer putting on a challenge on the inside, can't quite do it. 14B settles for second spot in the battle for third. Wages on the 07, Kyle Eli trying to hold on. Eli in the 07 was third before the caution. He holds on to it. McDuff right behind them, and then it is a gaggle of cars. Andy Lambert has struck. He is in the top 5 now, able to get around the 99 of Rigsby. Brian Hacker doing battle on the outside of Rigsby, the 25 of Andy Lambert right in front of him. Side by side from 6 on back. And Hacker gets into the wall. Brian Hacker into the wall. That allows Rigsby to take over 6th spot. Hacker holds on to 7th. Now it is Austin and Al Smith Jr. Austin on the inside, Smith on the outside in the 96. Smith has the position as they go across the line. We've got 49 laps to go in South Boston. Austin holding on to 9th spot. Here comes Mike Holtzclaw in the 22. May have got on the throttle a touch too early, pushed out, scraped the wall a little bit, did the 22, but no problem as the 22 holds his line, tries to stay on the outside. We're going to see if that's a good line to run, and so far it is, as Holtzclaw had him by the nose at the line. Checking in again up front, it is Jake Watson, Blake Neer, 1 and 2. Kyle Eli running in 3rd. Justin McDuff has Andy Lambert behind him for 4th and 5th. Rigsby holding on to 6th. Behind Rigsby, it is Brian Hacker in the 11. Al Smith Jr. running in 8th position. Austin and Holtzclaw rounding out the top 10. Very close battle up here for the lead between Watson and Neer. 0.2 of a second gap, and that's not very much, as you can see it right there. Looks like Watson scrapes the wall just a little bit. That allows Neer to make a peek to the outside. Can't quite get there. Neer gets into the wall. Kyle Eli has got to be just watching, looking, hoping for something to happen in the front too. He is the odd man out right now, running in 3rd spot. Justin McDuff in the 20 car. He is running 4th, and Andy Lambert behind him, running in 5th spot. Watson in the 88 crosses the start-finish line, 59 laps down. Watson has led every single lap of this event so far. A great testing session for the Upstate Racing League. Again, cannot wait until the season goes live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's going to be great, and it starts in November every Thursday night. Top 3 cars, put a blanket over them. They are nose to tail. Brake rotors getting hot. Speaking of getting hot, so is the track temperature. It's up to 85 degrees, up 3 degrees from practice. And that's definitely going to change how the track feels to these drivers. The 88 with a little bit of a miscue, drops down, maybe coming down pit road. No, the 88 just had a wicked miscue, and that allows Blake Neer and Kyle Eli to take over first and second. Jake Watson, who had led every single lap, falls to third, and the 88 now has to try and make it all back. Justin McDuff trying to catch the back bumper. Thinks there might be a problem with the 88. Maybe he can take advantage on the inside. Blake Neer was in the right place at the right time when the 88 had problems. And Jake Watson falling another position now. Jake Watson goes down to 4th spot. McDuff able to get around. Jake Watson having a little bit of an issue. That car not handling well. You see it slipping and sliding, crossing the start-finish line. Andy Lambert going to be trying to put a challenge on. Definitely not handling. You see the right side coming out like it wants to snap loose. The 88 tires may be shot. He led 62 laps of this one. Now Blake Neer up front. Blake Neer in the 14B has the race lead. He's led 6 laps so far, making 7 as he crosses the start-finish line. Kyle Eli maybe starting to feel a tire burn. He went way high the last time. And again, that is a little trick to try and cool the tires down. Kyle may be feeling the tires going away as here comes McDuff to the inside. Couldn't get there that lap. And loses a little bit of time on track. The 88 seems to have sorted himself out. He has a little bit of a gap now over the 5th place runner, Andy Lambert. In 6th, it's Brian Hacker. Scott Austin going to be running in 7th spot. Justin Rigsby in 8th. Rigsby under attack right now. Al Smith Jr. to the inside. Al Smith trying to get back up in the 8th spot. And he is fighting with Rigsby on the outside. Smith with a good run off the corner. Into turn 3. Rounds turn 4 on the backstretch. The 96 Ford Mustang versus the Chevy Camaro. The Mustang trying to take position. It was too close to call at the line last time by. Rigsby has him by a little bit, but Smith's still there. Door to door through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Al Smith Jr. looking to put the challenge on. Rigsby trying to fend him off. At the line, it's still Rigsby. Caution on the track. Not sure where it was. We're going to go back and take a look, see if we can't find it. Possible mystery caution going on here. We'll back up one more time. Not sure what. Oh, there it was. I saw the leader go by it. We'll see if we can't catch who it was. And it looks like it is the 91. That's Richard French. So we'll go back and take a peek, see what happened to Richard. 91 had the 14 behind. The 14 put a nose to him and kept going. The 14 took him out. Richard Frenchel round and into the wall. And that Mopar machine, heavy damage to the front end. Blake Neer, your race leader, he's going to be lining up. I'm assuming he's going to go to the outside. That's been where the speed has been, but Kyle Eli is definitely going to be right there. Those two have been battling very well together. Justin McDuff going to pick up third. Jake Watson in the 88. We saw how loose he was getting. He's going to be on the outside in fourth spot. Brian Hacker going to be fifth. He was able to get around Andy Lambert. Lambert back in the sixth spot. Excuse me. Andy Lambert was just back a little bit, so he is fifth. Hacker going to be sixth spot. Cars are lining up 2 by 2. We've got 20 to go. Pace car lights going to be on until the start finish line. They'll shut off. We'll go around the circuit one more time and go back to the green flag. 2 cautions in the feature tonight so far. Not bad for the first time these guys have run together in a while. Cars heading down the backstretch. Pace car going to drop onto pit road, and we're going to set these late models back to the green flag. Green flag is out. Blake here in the 14 trying to hold on to the lead, but here comes Eli in the mid inside. Eli would like to lead a lap. Inside, very, very tough as Eli has lost some position. We're under the caution one more time. It may have been the 44, Ray Riker. We'll go back and take a peek. Right off the restart. We got crunched up again. Oh, Timothy Hale hits the wall and comes back into the 44. And the 4 gets a piece of it. Charles Hayes couldn't nowhere to go. And the 44 has had better nights. I'd like to talk to him about maybe what kind of Traxxas cars he likes the most. The 07, you're going to be your race leader, Blake Neer in second. So we've now had 3 different leaders of this race. The 07, the most recent, has led 4. Blake Neer not able to hold on the outside. Jake Watson running in third, McDuff fourth, Brian Hacker fifth. He was able to take position away from Andy Lambert. Justin Rigsby, Scott Austin in 8th. Matthew McLean has worked his way all the way up to 9th position, just ahead of Al Smith Jr. in 10th. McLean with a very good run here tonight. Started back in the field, has made his way all the way into the top 10 in 9th position. As we are working caution number 3 on the night. Again, I want to thank everybody that's come out to watch. This is kind of a tester series here. A 1 race event to see what these drivers have and to see who's going to make the field come this fall in November when the Upstate Racing League, a late model pro series fueled by Verge, goes live. The 44, 1 lap down, is looking to have a chance to go around the pace car and join the rear of the field. Ray Riker's car very tore up. Ray Riker hits the go pedal, tries to rejoin the tail end of the field. He is on the lead lap, running in 20th position. Excitement may not be done yet. Eli and Near running into each other here, getting ready to do a battle maybe one last time. Green flag is out. Eli in the 07 cannot hold on. Here comes Blake Near in the 14. Near to the inside. The 7 gets into the wall. Here comes the 88, Jake Watson. Watson, who's led more laps than anybody tonight, holds on to third, can't make a move on Eli yet. Blake Near trying to run away with this one, and Watson trying to take over second spot. Here comes Justin McDuff in the 20. Almost 3 wide coming out of the corner and not able to get there, though, is McDuff. McDuff tries again. He's to the inside of the 88. The 88 powers away. Under caution one more time. Cautions breeding cautions here. Looks like it's on the 4. We'll go and take a look and see what happened to Charles Hayes. Hayes on the outside. He's got the 91 to the inside. Tim Hale behind him. Oh, goes around. I don't know if there's actual contact. Right there is. But that 4 hit hard into the wall. Able to fire it back up and keep it moving, but we're under caution again. This is caution number 4. Cautions breeding cautions on these short tracks. Definitely it's a thing. And Blake Near in the 30 on the 14B on your screen. Blake Near has the lead again. He has led 23 laps so far. The driver behind him, Kyle Ely, trying to hold on to second and go for the win here. He's got Jake Watson in the 88 behind him. Watson has led 62 laps of this one. He finds himself in third with 6 laps to go. Justin McDuff has been on the outside looking in most of this night. Hasn't been able to crack the top 3 yet. Would like to on this next restart. McDuff running in 4th. Behind him, it's the 11 of Brian Hacker, the all-white car here so far tonight. Not sure what's going on with Trading Paints refusing to load a couple of the cars here tonight. Nonetheless, Brian Hacker rounding out the top 5 behind them. It is Andy Lambert and Justin Rigsby 6th and 7th. Scott Austin, Al Smith Jr., Guillaume Fortin is running in 10th. Matthew McCline is running in 11th. Josh Mayhew and his 02 running in 12th. Dylan Canova in the 70 is running 13th position. James McIntyre in the 81 running 14th. Brian Rogers in the 12 running in 15th position. Mike Holtzclaw 16th. Wayne McDuff in the 413 running in 17th position. And Zachary Smith, Timothy Hale, Ray Riker, Charles Hayes, and Richard French rounding out the field of 22 still on track. Steph Baranak and Granger Para not able to finish this one. As we get set to go back under the green flag, there will be 3 laps to go. Waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out, and they take off once again. Blake Near with a great restart. Anticipated it very well. Did the 14. The 07 tries to hang, but cannot, falls in line. Here comes the 88 and Jake Watson now to the inside. Watson, who's led more laps than anybody tonight, cannot find his way back to the front. He is being blocked off by the 07 Kevin Eli. Behind him, it's McDuff. A battle rages on for 5th spot. The 25, Brian Hacker. Oh, excuse me, we are under caution once again, and it's Wayne McDuff doing donuts on the final lap. We're going to go back to the lead because this one may be ending under the yellow. I don't know if we have green-white checkered set up. Did not ask Al Smith before we started this one. But it looks like this one is done now. Blake Near going to be your race winner, followed by Kyle Eli and Jake Watson, your top 3. 100 laps completed here for the A main. And guys, we're going to step away for just a moment. Got to bring our sponsor commercial back into play. We're going to set it up for some post-race interviews. We'll be right back. We are back here live at South Boston, getting ready to talk to the top three. Unfortunately, it looks like who's not in? It looks like Kyle Eli, second place finisher, not joining us here on TeamSpeak. So we're going to talk to who are we going to talk to? We're going to talk to Jake Watson. Jake Watson was able to finish in third spot here tonight. Jake, this is Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bud, it was a good run for you tonight. You led the most laps of the race, and it looked like you got really loose there for a little while. You want to take me through that?
Yeah, I kind of burnt off my right rear there early in the race, and I decided to drop back to fourth. Hopefully I'd cool my rear tires down, but I think I cooled them down enough. I just didn't have the track position there at the end to get to the front where I needed to be.
Well, it definitely looked like a different car in the last 25 or so laps, and you were running a different line to cool them down. We saw that. And once you did, it seemed to straighten the car back up. But, hey, overall, a pretty darn good night for you. Going forward into this series, you got to feel good. I mean, coming home third and knowing that you led 62 laps here tonight, it's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I got some notes put down there, and, hopefully I just save more tire for the next one.
All right, Jake. Anybody on your vehicle you need to thank for helping you tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone at Pull Down Motorsports and Clutch Graphics. If anyone needs the paint, just hit them up on Facebook.
All right, bud. Congratulations on bringing it home in third, Jake Watson. And we were joined by Kyle Eli. So let's get him up in the booth. Kyle, this is Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, bud. Hey, listen, you brought it home in second spot tonight. You're able to lead about 8 laps tonight, and the 07 was looking pretty good. That last restart, you were down a little bit on the low side, weren't able to hang with Blake on that outside. That outside had some speed tonight. Take me through that last restart.
Yeah, I just think he got a good jump on the restart. Kind of spun my tires there. I couldn't really get the inside to work that much, so I was trying to use the higher groove all night. I was a little bit higher than a lot of people, and I feel like I was getting ground there. But Blake just pulled away before I could get to him.
Well, nonetheless, you had a good finish here, second spot. Nothing to be sad about there. Anybody on your vehicle that you need to thank tonight?
They're not on the vehicle, but MPI Max Pappas does a lot for me and a lot for sim racing. I'm getting paint scheme done, but he does a heck of a lot for iRacing. I just can't thank him enough.
All right, Kyle. Congratulations once again for bringing it home in second tonight.
All right, thank you.
And that leaves us with one other person to talk to. It's going to be Blake Neer, your race winner tonight. Blake, this is Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bud, I'll tell you what. That was a pretty darn good race. You led 30 laps of it. And the most important lap of all, the last one, did you think that you had any challenge at all from Eli when you were up front?
He's a pretty good driver. I think he was putting some pressure on me and stuff. So, yeah, there was some pressure from behind at the end.
So, when you were leading and you could use more of the track, were you able to find some extra speed that, like, side by side, you wasn't there? Or was it really just the top groove was the place to be tonight?
I was just trying to be slow up in the top and save as much tire as possible. I wasn't like... I was watching my mirror for Kyle, see where he was going, to see if he was finding speed or not, but I was just saving tires the whole race.
All right, buddy. Listen, congratulations once again on bringing your car home in first place tonight. Anybody on that car that you need to thank?
Sim Marketing Solutions and Splash and Go Graphics.
Awesome, bud. Congratulations once again on your race win.
Perfect. Thank you.
And we're going to bring him up into the booth because he's always fun to talk to. Al Smith, I saw you down there, and I had to pull you up. Listen, it was a good race. You had a few cautions there at the end, but you can't be very disappointed with these guys. They had a good race.
No, definitely a good racing out there for our first test race for the newly named Fueled by VERGE Pro Late Model Series or LateModel Pro Series. Making a switch to the super late models, and I think it put on a pretty good show. There's a lot of side-by-side racing. I know I was in the thick of it there inside the top 10, so definitely was a good race, I think, and hopefully we put on a good show. I didn't expect to have 32 cars here tonight, so kind of a surprise for us, and I think we'll get some good feedback from the drivers, as that's what tonight was all about.
Well, it's a pleasant surprise, certainly, when you see that kind of participation. So let's talk about it a little bit. November, you know, it seems like it's far away, but really it's a hop, skip, and a jump from where we are now as June is coming to a close. So when do we expect to go live in November?
The first race will be, I believe it's November 14th. We'll be at Iowa for the Fueled by Verge 109, and that's for our 9th season of our Pro Series. Before we get to there, we have our approval series, which will start after Labor Day. Watch our website, upstateracingleague.com, and our Facebook page, along with Twitter, for announcements on schedule and dates on that. It's a 5-race schedule if you're interested in racing with us. You know, give us like we're going to do some practices throughout the season or throughout the summer, probably like every other week schedule type deal, just to get seat time and try some different things out tonight. But overall, pretty happy, and yeah, I can't. It's seems like a long ways away, but it's coming quick for myself and the rest of the admin team.
Yeah, it really happens quick. And one last question, Al, are you going to be coming to Vermont this year to Thunder Road?
Yeah, I've been there once and I didn't see you, so we went up for the opening day of the ACT race. Was up there, and let me tell you what: if you're anywhere near Vermont or can get to Thunder Road up there in Barrie, Vermont, is probably one of the best asphalt tracks I've ever been to. A lot of side-by-side racing, and you know, there's a lot of what you saw tonight up there, clean racing and side-by-side. So.
Sad thing is I was there. All right, Al, we're going to let you go. And I think you have a lot to be happy about tonight. So congratulations. And we look forward to watching the Verge Upstate Racing League Late Model Pro Series fueled by Verge. Hey, man, that's a mouthful, but it's cool, man. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. You guys have a great night. Thank you.
All right. And that is going to just about do it. And I'm sorry. I know names are tough. I think it's Riker. We'll go with Richard, and I'll still be wrong either way. So listen, guys, I really appreciate you coming out here, supporting these guys here at Upstate Racing League. Make sure to check out their sponsor, Verge. And thank you for tuning in to Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll see you next time.